Hey everybody, happy Memorial Day. This last weekend was great in sales. We had great sales on Friday and Saturday. Sunday was pretty slow. Today's been pretty slow. But the listing that we did during the week this week, we did close to $2,000 in listing this week. And I think that really helped the store out a lot. So that's great. We're going to continue to do that in the future. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into some of the stuff that we sold this week. And we also have some yard sale finds to share with you too. So yeah, let's get into what we sold. The item we sold over the weekend was this Halo figure. It is in really nice condition, and the card is even in really good shape. It's got a few little edges on it that are a little turned up a little bit, but the only thing that's like a downside on this figure is the rubber bands that are holding his weapon on have deteriorated, and little pieces have fallen down inside the bubble. But when I looked at it on eBay, almost all of them were like that. So this is a little on the rare side to find in this good condition, just because of how big of an action figure it is. They're usually the bubbles are usually crushed and the cards are in terrible condition. So we were able to ask a little more for this one. And so this sold for $116.99 plus shipping, and that was 10% off. And so the buyer paid a total of $136.56 shipped for this item. We also got a message after the buyer bought this saying how excited he was to get it and that it was in such good condition. He had this when he was a kid and has started since to collect the line of toys. And so he was super excited to get this. It's always fun when people send you a message after they bought something and, you know, give you a little backstory on why they're buying it. So that's always pretty cool. So the next two items we sold were Dutch Brothers stickers. So I'll go ahead and throw those up here. This one is like a disc CD player Walkman Dutch Brothers sticker. It's from 2023, and it sold for $3.32 plus shipping. Total of $4.42 out the door for that one. This next one, we sold a couple of these last week as well. It is a cold brew coffee from 2022, and it sold for $3.49 plus shipping, so $4.52 out the door. And this next item we sold, this is the stuff I wish every single sold listing on my eBay store was stuff like this, because it's obviously where I like to collect, and I really enjoy selling these things as well. So it is a 1990 pizza face from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle line. And he's not complete. He's sold with a couple of his accessories. I believe we're missing one more pizza. And he's missing his meat cleaver. But still, he's in really good shape. And he sold for $14. We took an offer on him, and so with shipping, the buyer paid $21.43 out the door for that one. The next item we sold is from the Disney Mirrorverse toy lines, and it's Baymax. This is from Wave 3. These are produced by McFarlane Toys, and I want to say it's it's only a couple years old, I think. Yeah, so 2022 is when this one was produced. These are really cool figures. If you're a Disney fan, this line of toys, there are some really cool toys. We have a Sully, I believe, listed. I don't know if we've listed him yet, but I know I have one. He's in this mech suit, and the toy is super heavy. It's super cool. I know for a fact that we've got a wizard Mickey Mouse. He's definitely listed in our eBay store. So if you're into these lines, we have more of these than we need to list. I believe we've got a genie listed from Aladdin. We definitely have more once we get to them and all the totes that we have of toys. But so this guy, he sold for $26.99 plus shipping. The buyer paid a total of $42.04 shipped for that item. The next item we sold, I considered keeping this because I really like the Gremlin movies, but I think I would rather have a different Gremlin and a gizmo to go up on the shelf. But we sold this guy. He's the flashing Gremlin, so he's got the trench coat and stuff. It's pretty cool. So he sold, I believe when this originally came out, it was like a $30 toy. But we sold it for $25.64 plus shipping. So the buyer paid a total of $36.89. So with the shipping, the buyer paid over retail for this, because I'm pretty sure they were $29.99 in store when they came out. But so yeah, really good flip on that one. We're in at like $2.50, so not bad. So this next item that we sold is a Blue Spectra breast pump. So this is something that I would normally not pick up at a yard sale, right? So this was given to us when we found out we were expecting my son. It's something that we didn't use. We got it used. And out of all of the stationary breast pumps out there, this is probably the one that's easily resellable. So this has a built-in battery. And so you can charge it and you can take it with you so you can pump when you're away from home. And we have another one that was given to us by the hospital that doesn't have a built-in battery, but it's the exact same thing. And I listed that as well. And we listed that one for $30. We listed this one for $45. And this one sold within like a day. And we took an offer on it for $40 plus shipping. And the buyer paid a total of $59.79 shipped for that item. The next item we sold was this lot of 3 PlayStation memory cards. And these actually sell pretty well. And some of them, depending on the color or the size, they'll sell for more. So these are all 8 megabyte cards. And they sold a lot of 3 sold for $14 plus shipping. The buyer paid a total of $21.24 out the door for those. All right, guys, so these are the things that we picked up at the 2 yard sales that we hit on Saturday. And we got all of these Ghostbusters, the containment container, and all these playset and action figure pieces. There's some turtle stuff, some Transformers, Motu, G.I. Joe, I think. But most of this stuff is Ghostbusters. I think this is Earthworm Jim. Ghostbusters. And we got these. These are empty boxes. They're empty, but I figured I could still make some money off them, or at least try to. So this stuff here, we paid $10 for at a yard sale. I thought that was pretty good. I mean, this little guy right here alone can go for about $40. And we actually, I forgot, there was 3 of those in that lot of stuff. I have already listed most of this stuff. And I think I'm going to, all of the little ghosts I'm putting on eBay for now. The figures themselves, I'm going to save for a Whatnot show. And so that's what we got for $10. So just these alone, you know, you're looking at $100, $120 just for these once they all sell. So we did great. These I paid 50 cents a piece for. Like I said, they're empty, but I figured I can get like $8 to $10 a piece for these. This guy, he's a knockoff, but I paid $1 for the box. It's in great condition. But it is from the 80s, so I figured I can get at least $10 for that. The containment, that's like a $30 piece. So yeah, I think we did really, really good on this lot for $10. And then we bought these 2 items at another sale. Paid $1 for the stocking. It's brand new, still with the tag. We can probably get $10 to $15 for this around Christmas time. And then this Forrest Gump Blu-ray is sealed. We paid $1 for it, and we should be able to get about $10 for that. So not bad. $12 invested. And I would say we're definitely over $250 or close to $250 on this stuff. So super great find. Like I said, these are going to be added to a Whatnot show that we'll be doing very soon. It'll be our first Whatnot show. We're going to have Ghostbusters, Turtles, and others, other 80s and 90s figures in that show. So, yeah, not a bad find for just literally like 30 minutes of yard sales on a Saturday. Item, I'm going to put it up here. It is a Labsonic over-the-ear headphones with a mic for video game playing. This is something that I picked up at a yard sale, and I'm not a gamer to begin with. So I picked them up, thought, well, maybe these will sell well. So I brought them home, cleaned them up, did some research. They are not a good pair of headphones. I think in store, these were like $10 when they were brand new. So they were listed for almost a year. They sold for $4.89 plus shipping. So the buyer paid a total of $13.16 shipped, which I'm amazed because they probably could have got something on Amazon for like $2 more. That was a way better product, but it sold. So I'm glad it's leaving our store. The next item we sold, and this is the last item we sold over the weekend, is this Star Wars Funko Pop, and it is of the Emperor, and it's done in that comic book style. He's got the lightning coming out of his hands. Pretty cool. These don't sell for very much. There are some on eBay that have been selling for like $13 to $15, but this one has some box damage, so he's not in the best of condition. And for Funko Pops, box condition is everything. So we took an offer on this for $6 plus shipping. So the buyer paid a total of $14.15 out the door for this item. So guys, that's everything that we sold over the weekend. Like I said before, we had a great weekend. The sales have been slow yesterday and today, Monday, but Friday and Saturday were great. We almost had $200 days each day, so I'll take it. Another thing too, guys, I'm gonna start doing Whatnot shows probably once a week in about a week. So once I get that set up, I'll let you guys know. But if you're on Whatnot and you collect toys, look me up, Halfshelltoys and Collectibles. I'm there, and we're gonna be selling Turtles, Ghostbusters. I've got all kinds of stuff that I can be listing over there. I've got totes and totes and totes of loose toys that I'm going to be doing like $3, $4 starts on some of this stuff. And some of them are going to have weapons, some of them are not. But I've got a lot of it to sell. So that's coming. Whatnot's coming. eBay, for some reason, is not very good with loose toys right now. I mean, I listed this months ago, and I thought it would have sold within the first couple weeks. So that was listed before Christmas, and it just finally sold. So, and I was in a Whatnot show this morning watching Pixel Dan sell some of his extra turtles, and this guy probably would have sold for $20 in that show. Now, given Dan has a big following for all of his toy related content. So he had like 30, 40 people in the show. I'm probably not going to have 30 or 40 people in my show, at least not for a while. So this probably would sell for less than what Dan could sell it for just because of his following. And that goes for many people on Whatnot that have been selling for a long time. So it's going to take a while to grow it. But at this point, if stuff like this is going to sit in my eBay store for 6 months before it finally sells, I will gladly sell this for $10 over on Whatnot just to get things moving. eBay's been way too slow lately. So if you are watching and you follow my store, a lot of my loose stuff and probably a lot of my carded stuff is going to start being sold in Whatnot shows. So you need to go over there, you need to give us a follow, and keep up with what we're doing over there. So guys, that's it. That's it for this video. We'll see you on the next one.
Just a few dollars and you can have